Hello, 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 and happy Saturday. Welcome back to the 3 Up Moon live stream, everybody. It is Saturday, January 28th, 2023, and we are streaming live on twitch.tv/3up_moon, as we do every day, around 5 or 6 p.m. Pacific. If you're watching live right now, thanks for joining me. We're back to our regular schedule, where that's when we stream every day, but on Wednesdays and Thursdays, we stream earlier during the day. And you can catch me around 10 a.m. Pacific on those days. If you're new to the channel, I stream retro games. I revisit retro games in really interesting ways, either by randomizing them or playing indie games inspired by retro games, or playing ROM hacks or mods. I'm a musician. I make ambient music, and also I drum. And today we're going to be doing our first episode of the year of an ongoing series that we've been doing since we started the channel called the Retro Roulette. Now the way that works is I've curated a bunch of themed lists of video games, retro games from Atari 2600 to N64 and PS1, and they all fit a specific theme. We've attached the lists to different themed wheels, and I choose a different wheel every stream. So today we're going to be using a little used wheel. We've only done about 5 streams of this so far. This is our wheel of over 800 games that either have titles that feature alliteration or rhyming in the title, or they're games about wordplay and poetry or writing. It's a really fun list, and the way it works is I always start with an initial game, but you can spin the wheel at any time. So with channel points, you spin that wheel, and I'll have to stop what I'm doing. We spin and it lands on whatever, and I gotta play it. So we do this with different themes like sci-fi themed games and alien themed games, games about animals and creatures, whether they're mythical creatures or real life animals, games about eating and cooking, and food in general. So for example, Pac-Man would count. But so would all the Donkey Kong Country games, because you're collecting bananas in that. It's a lot of fun. It's one of my favorite of my series to do. And if you want to check out some of the different themes, we do Halloween themed ones, all sorts. There's playlists over on my YouTube channel. If you're watching on YouTube right now, thanks for joining. And stick around, because the first game we're starting with today for our alliteration and rhyming is the original Double Dragon from 1988 on the NES. This is a classic for me. Double Dragon 2 was my very first beat-em-up game, and sort of like the gateway beat-em-up game into the Streets of Rage games, the Final Fight games, which are super fun, and of course the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games. Now I've always found Double Dragon 1 to be a little harder than number 2, and actually if you go back in the playlist and you're watching the alliteration and rhyming Retro Roulette episode 5, we played Double Dragon 2 to start things off. So now we're just going back one game. Stick around, it won't be long. We got Double Dragon up next. Alright, we'll be starting very shortly with Double Dragon. Double Dragon. It still gets me that the live-action Double Dragon game, or not game, sorry, the live-action Double Dragon movie that came out, the host of Iron Chef is one of the actors who plays Bimmy or Jimmy. I like to think he plays Bimmy. And Scott Baio plays Jimmy. And Robert Patrick plays, I guess, the main villain. Is he a Bobo? I don't think he's a Bobo, but... Have you seen this Abobo? Excuse me, have you seen these boys? These dragons? Alright, you should be able to see me. Speaking of seeing dragons, you should be able to see the game. Let me just adjust the display. You knew that he was an actor, but you didn't know he'd been in anything? Yeah, that's like... So he'd been in a bunch of like B-movie, straight-to-VHS martial arts films, and him and his actual brother were both martial artists and actors. And I think they did... they might have just been doing choreography and then eventually moved into acting. He moved into acting. But the biggest role he got, besides being the host of Iron Chef, is Bimmy. I posted it in Discord in Space Zone, a clip. You can see his hair too. It's pretty funny. Great hair and outfit. I think it'd be a hilarious throwback to just have him come out looking like that on an episode of Iron Chef, like the new Iron Chef. Today's secret ingredient is dragon. You must use 2 different cuts of dragon in each of your dishes. Hey, Zombie Paper, welcome in. No, we weren't talking about eating dragon-type Pokemon. We were talking about eating dragons, but... You know what? We could talk about eating dragon-type Pokemon. I feel like the conversation always devolves into that. Which one? Gudra could be like a dessert or something? I don't know. Devolves or evolves? I think we used an anti-evolution stone on that one. Okay, here we go. This is really cool. So the other day we played a little bit of Double Dragon 2, just casually. We happened to get this one as our first alliteration and rhyming game. And also, we were talking about Double Dragon 3 and Double Dragon in a couple other streams. So it's cool to get this. And also what I mentioned earlier at the very beginning of the stream was that if you're watching this in the ongoing playlist, the previous episode started with Double Dragon 2 The Revenge. And the previous one to that started with a ROM hack of Double Dragon 2. So we've been in the Double Dragon zone for sure for a while. Zombie Paper says Dratini could be like an Unadon. Nice. That's funny. Well, welcome in Zombie Paper, welcome in Idarama. Let's do this. Hopefully this is not too loud. Definitely worth a rewatch though if you want to check out the Double Dragon movie. It's awful. It's certainly not nearly as good as the Street Fighter movie, which is also, in my opinion, not nearly as good as the Mortal Kombat movie, the original one. I definitely feel like the best video game movie adaptation back in the day was the original Mortal Kombat movie. It was campy, it was cheesy, it was clearly a satire of Enter the Dragon, but the whole story of Mortal Kombat is sort of that satire. Oh. So I did have this as well growing up, but I was always drawn to playing... I was always drawn to playing Double Dragon 2. Does that say Greiger? Did H.R. Greiger help design this? He's one of my favorite guys. One of my favorite design guys. Triple Dragon to the danger zone. Triple Dragon to the danger zone. I thought the Super Mario Brothers movie was pretty good if you don't expect it to be... Well, you know what? I didn't go in expecting it to be Citizen Kane, but I definitely expected it to be at least the same story. I appreciate that it's like a weird cyberpunk, clearly inspired by Blade Runner film. In fact, I think the people who worked on the set design in it had something to do with Blade Runner. There was like a direct connection. In some way, I don't know exactly what the connection was, but the AI in Double Dragon 1 sucks. Seriously? DD2 is really easy to predict the characters' movements. But yeah, I didn't think it was a terrible movie, but I had a lot of expectations. I think a lot of people did as well. So there was that. What other video game adaptations came out back in the day? I actually really liked the first Sonic movie. I haven't seen the second one, but I really liked the first Sonic movie. I feel like it felt like a 90s movie and could have fit in with when Mortal Kombat came out. It could have come out around that time. And I think they did that, they were very intentional with casting Jim Carrey, trying to make it feel like a 90s movie, getting a well-known 90s actor. But I'm really excited to check out the second one, and the third one. I went in expecting to not like Sonic 1, but I really enjoyed it. And then Mortal Kombat. Was there... Yeah, I don't know what it was called. Mortal Kombat Anthology... No, it wasn't anthologies. It was something. There was Mortal Kombat, and then there was a second one that came out in the 90s. That one's really campy. Not as good. And apparently there's a new Mortal Kombat movie, which is something that I haven't seen, but my father-in-law was talking about it, and it did not sound appealing to watch. Unfortunately. Oh. The new Mario movie is going to be what it is. I hope it's successful mainly so that we get other movies, but I hope that it's successful and good, because then we'll get other good movies. If it's successful and bad, or like campy, or feeling like they're just selling out, then every movie is going to follow that suit, because they're going to be like, oh, it made money. Let's throw more money in it. Man. I need to take my Monopoly hat and my Monopoly mustache and monocle into the shop for maintenance, and that costs a lot of money. I would love to see something like the Metroid story told in like a really cool, like live action format. That would be really neat. You know, there's a Twisted Metal TV show coming out, and Will Arnett, of all people, is cast as Sweet Tooth, the clown. So get ready for that one. Speaking of ice cream, remember Twisted Metal? Oh yeah, this is definitely a lot tougher. It feels like the movement's a little more rigid in this than in Double Dragon 2, but you can do cool combos in this that you can't do in the other one, like that sweeping kick. Oh no, it's a Bobo. We got him. Bye bye. A Bobo's Day Out. I think it's called A Bobo's Big Adventure. It's a fan game somebody made where you play as a Bobo, and you actually kind of Wreck-It Ralph style. You jump from game to game, and it's incredible. It's a lot of fun. If you haven't played it, I'm pretty sure it's A Bobo's Big Adventure. I highly, highly recommend checking it out for a laugh, especially if you're a fan of retro fighting games, shoot 'em ups, beat 'em ups, squeed 'em ups, scoot 'em ups, poop 'em ups, scoop 'em ups, you know, all the ups. 1 'em ups, 2 'em ups, 3 'em ups. Now this. This is one of my favorite songs in the whole game. It's a very 80s montage, you know? Now I gotta rewatch the Double Dragon movie to see if they use any music, or if they have any, like, mention of the music at all. In the game The Wizard, the movie The Wizard from 1989, which featured a bunch of different games, including Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1, Super Mario Bros. 3. Double Dragon appears as one of the games that they play in the arcade, which is pretty fun. I feel myself training up to be up against a formidable foe. Oh yeah, The Wizard is so good. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Really, really like it. The only movie where Christian Slater and Beau Bridges play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on an NES in a hotel while trying to find their kid who ran off to California. I mean, where else are you gonna find that? There might be one other film that has that exact stuff happening in it, but I've yet to find it. In fact, I want to become a director and write my own film just to write a scene like that. It's like a sci-fi flick, but then there's just a random scene like on the spaceship. It's like Star Trek, right? You've got the Klingon-esque battle cruiser. It gets shot with a laser, blasts a hole through the hull, and then cut to the people inside running around trying to survive, and then pan to a room where Space Christian Slater and Space Bo Bridges are playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Turtles in Time. They're playing it on a Super Nintendo. And they don't live there, and they make a point to say in the dialogue that they've just rented out this room, sort of like how a motel works at home on Earth. So I guess you could pretty much call this a motel room. Oh yeah, and we're here looking for our kid who went off to planet California. That's the only way you could subvert it. And of course it would have to be the most emotional scene in the movie. For your consideration. Dear Academy. Oh hi. I guess we Scooby-Dooed ourselves and ran right past each other but didn't see each other. Come on. Yeah, exactly. Planet Cal A4 Nia. Oh, you want to go to Cal A4 Nia? I actually live on Cal A2 Nia, so that's nowhere near. It's like that movie. There's a movie called Nos for A2 or Nos for A2. I haven't seen it, but I'm pretty sure it's like a more modern horror movie. Just a funny way to subvert it. I still want a sequel to Nosferatu, just called Nosferatu with the number 2, like Too Fast, Too Furious. And he comes back and has to go to college. It takes place in 1987. And Nosferatu has to go to college, and he wears like funny sunglasses and outfits, Weekend at Bernie style, Encino Man style. And his 80s friends are like trying to help him fit in. Well, who's that? Oh, it's my cousin from Romania, dude. On to the recolor enemies. Yeah, this is a much more difficult game to be precise in, at least for me, than Double Dragon 2. But maybe just because I spent so much more time with it. And I mean, it's the same thing as like Super Mario Bros. 1, 2, and 3. They all just feel slightly different. All the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games as well. They all feel slightly different. Because of course the developers were, trying to refine the controls. Nos 482. It's like the Misfits song, We Are Some Dirty Apes. It was us all along! Damn us! Damn us all to hell! We are some dirty apes! And this is our dirt planet! It was Earth all along. Nos 482 should be a goth cover band of Blink 182. They all wear really long black shawls. Oh, come on, Abobo. Look at this. No! Okay, we still had continues. I didn't see the yin-yang symbols at the bottom of the screen, which we had 2 before, we have 0 now. I just assumed those were our lives. I think it was, yeah. Dang. Or you saw a variation of the Misfits or another. They played that song and you asked your buddy, what does We Are Some Dirty Apes mean? And he said, oh, it means we are 138. Oh, isn't that, there's like a, it's not Cockney slang. Oh, maybe it is Cockney slang. It's a dialect of slang where like the whole thing is all based around rhyming, which is specifically a perfect thing to talk about if we're doing alliteration in rhyming games. Or if you're saying that you're, oh wow. If you're saying you're gonna go to work, then you'd say, I'm gonna throw the jerk. As slang. Something like that. There's more, like, slight more nuance to it, but look it up. I'm pretty sure it's Cockney slang. Or Cockney slang. Was a bobo being a dodo? Well, I hope so, because I want him extinct. But this isn't his big adventure, that's a different game. This is all about Bimmy and Jimmy. Oh, he heard me. You could say tree butt. You could say, I'm gonna watch Tree Butt soon. And I'll be like, alright, that's weird. Oh, wait. When's your next podcast, Abercrombie Shaker? Ah. Sean, I want to take the risk here. Come on. Okay. Oh no, bud. No. Ate it. Is that triple kick? Oh, tomorrow boring. Alright, I won't tune in then if it's gonna be boring. Bye-bye. Oh yeah, I guess the slang can get lost in translation. Lost in slanglation. It probably won't be, but it could be for some anti-puzzlists. Oh yeah, they're doing a puzzle-themed podcast, right? Who's guested? Or is that part of the puzzle? I mean, who's ghosting? Guest hosting? Nice. Oh. Close range explosives, huh? Wow. Yeah, I feel like the AI is actually smarter in Double Dragon 1. This is the same company that made River City Ransom, right? Technos. I think it's the exact same company. It's a really good theme for a podcast. If I wasn't working, I would totally guest host on something like that, something about puzzles. Some of my favorite types of games, and some of the games that have pulled me in the longest. Like in terms of, I went in expecting I was only going to play it for this long, and then I ended up playing it like way, way longer. They've all been puzzle games for me. I've always wanted to design a puzzle game. I think it'd be really cool. In fact, I might pitch a few to our company at some point. It'd be kind of neat. Maybe. 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 Maybe there's someone who programs that wants to work on one. That's watching right now. You tell me. Oh, that's rude of me. You can go ahead. Oh, sorry about that. Here, you know what? I'll let you go ahead and sit in front of me. There you go. No, by all means, after you. Okay, let's just knock out Jared Leto here. You work Monday through Friday, otherwise you'd be more flexible. Yeah, totally. Okay, I'm gonna try mode B. Oh! This is the coolest, in my opinion, this is the coolest mode. It exists in Double Dragon 1. I think we might have checked this out before. We've got Billy, we got Will, which I think is supposed to be Jimmy. Billy and Jimmy, but I guess they changed his name. Linda, you forgot to pay your portion of the rent this month. Chin. A Bobo. And a Rauper. Billy and Jimmy. Bimmy and Jimmy. Let's play as Billy. So this is a 1v1 fighter built in. Mode 2 is not a beat 'em up. We got health. I'm fighting myself. And it kind of controls better than in the game, in my opinion. Whew. But much like how in... So first off, you can double tap and, and run forward, which you can do in the original game, in the standard game, which is very weird to me. And kind of like in Mario Bros. Arcade, or in Super Mario All-Stars, how you can face each other. Like I can challenge, for example, I did a collab with Itorama recently, well, not recently, last year, where we played Super Mario Bros. All-Stars. And one of the things I forgot about that game is how fun it is on the overworld to just kind of go to the person you're playing with and challenge them to a quick Mario Bros. Arcade match. This is sort of the equivalent to that. It would have been super fun. You know, I didn't even ever try this mode as a kid, but I often didn't play Double Dragon games multiplayer. All the beat 'em ups I grew up with, I played single player. But it was really fun. Imagine playing a beat 'em up as Jimi Hendrix. I'm sure someone's made Jimi Hendrix in Mugen. Mugen is pretty interesting, actually, if you're curious. It's an engine for essentially fighting games where you can make your own games similar to Marvel vs. Capcom and more. And there's a huge community, a huge modding community. We kind of look like Sarah Connor from Terminator. Linda Hamilton. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Jimi Hendrix would exist, because I've seen like Peter Griffin versus Ronald McDonald, you know, meme fights like that. But it's actually really cool. Like I don't have a PC, so I can't use it, but I would totally build my own custom set of characters that I like using, a custom set of stages. And the characters are pretty intricate, like most of the modded characters, the fan-made characters and stuff are pretty intricate. Whoa. If you just watch like random Mugen matches or tournaments on YouTube or on Twitch, it's actually pretty fun. just some of the nonsensical stuff that can happen. But if you are a fan of fighting games, 1v1 fighting games, it's an interesting rabbit hole to dive down for sure. I don't have a PC, but I have a personal computer. We're just getting destroyed, speaking of computers. A Bobo versus a Bobo. What? Okay. The wake up a Bobo? What's going on? Ah. Do I need to adjust the volume? Is it a little too loud, or does it sound okay for you? Sounds fine. Nice. Good. Cool. Come on. Oh. Shit. A Bobo via Bobo. Here we a go-go. Let's try as Rauper. I feel like this is what Bowser would look like if he was turned into a human. It's like Dennis Hopper if he was a little younger. We just need the spikes on the head. What if there was a video game based off of the Super Mario Brothers movie? Like Super Mario Brothers, the movie, the game. Well, that'll do it. I think we're going to spin that wheel. Let's do our first wheel spin of the year. Now, anyone can spin the wheel at any time. And what that does is, it means we stop. It means we spin the wheel and see what number it's going to land on, which is going to be number 371. And let me see what game that is. In our list of games all about rhyming or with alliteration in the name, and 371 is Road Rash 2 on the Genesis. I think I had Road Rash 1 on PC, the CD-ROM version, and it was a lot of fun. It's a racing game, motorcycle racing game, where you can basically attack your opponents. It's a lot of fun. So stick around for Road Rash 2 on the Genesis. It's classified as an action, driving, racing, fighting game. Nice. Oh, I love the gift, the swinging in the breeze gift that you made, by the way, Idarama. That was great. Alright, you should be able to see me. You should be able to see the game. This is Road Rash 2. Definitely not the version I had. I had Road Rash, but it was the original one on PC for sure. It had a more sort of gritty street art kind of style. I don't know how to describe it more than that, but it looked a little more inspired by the game Full Throttle aesthetically. We got a bike shop, just like the other game. We can select our track and we've got options. Ooh, set player modes: solo, take turns, split screen, or mono. It's cool that it's got different options, multiplayer options like that. You see me, and behind you see someone moving around with a big beard behind me. Oh, I'm confused. Slayer Thrill-Ho. Off to Alaska. Oh, jeez. Yeah, definitely I played a newer version. Unless the PC version was like something that came out later and just was called Road Rash. I'll have to look it up and see if we can play it. Whoop. Thank you again to Benez256 for the raid the other day. Really appreciate it. You were doing some shareware games for Saturday today, and actually I'll just do a quick shout out because these are the types of games that Benez plays, a lot of like old school early console racing games and also early PC and DOS racing games. Really cool channel, really cool space over there, and I think Benez is on the road to 1,000 followers, so if you can go give them a follow, it'll help them. They were playing a game called Dark Age, or Dark Ages, which is sort of like a 2D platformer, kind of like the early Duke Nukem games, if you've played the 2D Duke Nukem games. But this is 100% the type of game that NES would play. So the idea is you want to hit your opponents. Oh. Just dodge the cop there. You want to knock your opponents off their bike. But you can get knocked off your bike and then you have to walk or run to your bike if you're not fully injured. But in the version I had, ooh, maybe. In the version I had on PC, you had like a chain or a lead pipe. Like, it was pretty serious. Random hitchhikers on the side of the road. And a moose. I see the moose. Whoops. I think you're gonna want to get out of here, officer. Oh my god, we just ran into a bear. Meanwhile, the cop goes back to the office and is like, so I'm sitting there on my motorcycle. A bunch of motorcycles come past me, and one of them hits me and with their motorcycle, and I start turn my siren on, gotta start chasing them. And they're dodging traffic left and right, and all of a sudden, a bear. Motorcycle slams into a bear. That motorcycler goes thrown flying forward. And then all I did was walk up to them and slap this ticket right on their helmet there. And then now I'm here telling you the story. A hell of a Wednesday. What about the bear? Got nothing to say? Hey buddy, here's a magic trick. I wave my pencil and voila, your cash disappears. I didn't lose that much. That didn't teach me a lesson at all. I'm still gonna drive my bike into bears. If anything, it just taught me that I need to budget for about 4 or 5 bears. Yeah, I remember this. You auto run to your bike, but you can move side to side. Super dangerous. Thankfully, there's actually still a rearview mirror. I don't understand this, but the rearview mirror still works, even if you're not near your bike. What is this, the Runaway 5? Is this the new hit by the Runaway 5? The blues band from Earthbound? We got a nice little back punch. It's actually not really a janky game at all. It's actually pretty fun. You know, some of these racing, like old school 2D racing games like this, feel pretty janky. But I think there's a reason why they made 3 of these on the Genesis. Nice, that's funny to see. The opponent running towards their bike. That was Rude Boy. You can see their health and name in the dashboard there. Rude Boy. Oof. Well, slick. Officer 11. Oh, wow. We are zooming fast right now. Gotta be careful. Okay, what place did we finish? Oh, look at that bike. Destroyed. PE number 1. When I'm tearing up the track, I'm all trance and scream. What's your favorite genres of music? Trance and scream. Well, I'm a scream trance artist. "30 Susans agree. Hawaii was better before." Hawaii was better before. 30 Susans agree. Classic Kids in the Hall skit. Hell yeah. The Hawaii music from Cruisin' World's great, but this is way better. You're gonna go full drum? I'm in. Into the tree and to the bush. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. Sorry. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Squam, bam, bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. Can we also get a shout out for your channel, Zombie Paper, so people know where they can go and hang out for the puzzle podcast tomorrow? Do you know what time you're doing the podcast? Well, I think you shouted out Bella as well, who'll be also live for the podcast. kind of works with the siren. Oh, wore right through the bike again. Hey, Amon, your bike is all twist and turn. Yeah, so don't have to fix my bike because in the PC one that I had, we took a ton of damage and we'd have to fix our bike all the time. It looks like we can just buy things to upgrade our bike. So it doesn't look like damage is a thing, that's just like a cutscene flourish, I guess, that animation. So the Shuriken 400 has good handling. Low power makes this the perfect bike for rookie rashers. This is the one we own. For cash and trade, we will get $3,000. So we don't quite have enough. But we can get the Panda 500, reasonable mid-range power and lightweight. Make the 500 easy to ride fast. The Shuriken TT 250. This little two-stroker can smoke bigger bikes. Very light and very quick. The Panda 900, a good compromise between power and weight, make for a great sport bike. And then the Bonsai 711. This custom bike has a 1100cc engine stuffed in a stripped 750 chassis. That's cool. What else? We can't afford this either. Different nitro. Oh, these are just the different classes of bike, I see. 6,000. Yeah, we can't afford any of these. So it is a bit different than the PC version, which had like an actual shop. You could buy parts. Alright, Tennessee. From Hawaii to Tennessee. It's the Runaway 5 again. It's another hit off our new Super Nintendo Genesis Blues album. I'm sure someone's done the Super Nintendo Genesis Blues album before on Bandcamp or something, using just sound fonts. Be careful. Oh. Be careful. Oh. Oh, see? I knew it. I knew there was chains. Oh, wow. How you survive that, I have no idea. Okay, what happens if you just do this? What if you just run the whole way? I'm not going anywhere. Hey, my bike broke down. Can I use your phone? Holy shit. This is a small house. Yeah, you can use the phone, and they open the door, and you have to get down on your hands and knees and crawl through the door like a doggy door. Not sponsored, but what is this? Is it gonna get clearer as we get closer? No. No. Oh, the cop pulled me over. Wait, excuse me? Did he put me in the trunk? Explain that to me. Yeah, we got busted for racing, but you don't put me in the trunk. You handcuffed you handcuffed me and put me in the trunk. That's messed up. Also, this character looks like Buster from Arrested Development. Okay, we're gonna... That was ridiculous. We're gonna spin that wheel. Get our second wheel spin of the day and play another game that has alliteration in the title, or rhyming in the title, or a game about wordplay or poetry. No haiku bot, that was not a haiku. Spinning the wheel and it's landing on game number 513. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? 513. It is a game that we haven't seen before. Cool, it is an NES game as well called Cobra Command. I think I may have played it before, but this is going back to the NES. I feel like it's a shooter. I feel like it's a top-down shooter, but I could be totally wrong. Cobra Command on the NES up next. Stick around. You know what? I think I might have owned this in my original collection. There was Airwolf, which was a top-down, sort of a shoot-'em-up, but a top-down shoot-'em-up which worked a little bit differently than something like Galaga. But I remember playing it, or Gradius, for example. I remember playing it a lot, and it was based off of a 1980s TV show called Airwolf with fighter jet pilots. So I just happened to have that in the collection. I'm pretty sure I had this one as well. And there's another helicopter game, or at least a game that had a helicopter themed mission on the NES that I played as well. It sort of had like a low poly look to it. It looked like the mini golf stages in Mario Golf. Everything was made up of different triangles, and it kind of looked like Marble Madness a little bit. But you controlled like a flying ship or a helicopter. It was interesting. So yeah, I definitely remember Cobra Command for sure. I don't have this anymore. Like I don't. Oh, you know what? I probably still do. I have this old box in storage of my original Game Genie, and there's a bunch of obscure games in there. Plus I have the Game Genie code book, and with my uncle's collection when I was a kid, I happened to get the Game Genie, and I remember I used to input specifically in Mario 3. There was a moon jump code, and to moon jump, essentially you could jump like 2-3 times and clear any level. And I used to call it the Skywalker code. I liked it. I like to call it the Skywalker code. It's going to be a total tone shift. Yes! I totally had this. This is such a nostalgia trip. I was never good at games like this, but here we go. The mission: save the hostages, destroy enemy strongholds. Good luck. Break the targets. There's 20 hostages held in Sumatra. You must save them all. Through the jungles and marshes, enemy fortresses are hidden underground. Secure the fortresses to refuel and collect weapons. Yes. Let's go. Oh. Hey. Okay, we need 20 of them. No. Oh no. Oh. Well, it looks like we're damaged. You can see there's a little bit of like fire going on coming from our cockpit here. Oh, cool. Start actually will turn your helicopter around. Oh, good. It also saves your spot too. That's nice. Oh, it's not easy. Oh, you're kidding me. No, come on. Interesting. I don't understand. Isn't there a way to refuel? That's annoying. There's a place we can like land to refuel. I just don't know how to do it. Just not quite sure. I get it. We can't go to the right anymore. It's not letting us. Doesn't seem right. Alright, well, we'll give it an honest shot, and we're going to spin that wheel. Why not? You must save them all, sorry. Sorry. Alright, so we are going to spin this wheel. We've got over 800 games here that all have a title that contains alliteration or rhyming, or it's a game about wordplay or language or poetry or writing. Who knows what we're going to get? We're spinning the wheel right now. We don't have any fancy animations or anything like that yet. But 719 is the game we're getting. So far we've played some Double Dragon 1, some Cobra Command, and we played Road Rash 2 on the Genesis. $792 is a game on the Super Nintendo. It looks like it is a custom, it's either a ROM hack of Super Mario World, or it's a custom level in Super Mario World called Forsaken Fortress 3. So we're going to play Forsaken Fortress 3, a Super Mario World 1 ROM hack. It seems to indicate that it's multiple levels, perhaps maybe part of a trilogy of hacks. Let's check it out. Going back to the classics, to the OG. Gotta love that Super Mario World. I've been really diving back into those multi-randomizer streams recently too, so let's see what this is all about. Nope, it looks like this is actually a level that somebody submitted for the vanilla level design contest. Now, I've mentioned this before, the Super Mario World Central community often hosts these contests where they have themes based around what types of levels they're hoping everyone to submit. It's kind of like going through a whole series of Super Mario Maker levels, but all in Super Mario World. And some of them are, make a boss battle. Some of them are make a level that has a secret exit. And some of them are vanilla level design contests where they ask you to make a level, and the only constraint is to make a level using all the vanilla assets of the game. You can't add any custom graphics or anything, but you can add custom music. And recently we messed around with the vanilla level design contest hack from 2016, which was the 9th annual contest. And they make these hacks where you can actually explore an overworld and try out everyone's entries, which is really cool. They weren't always doing that. This level was made in 2012 for the vanilla level design contest. So that would make it the 5th annual contest. And this year, they were running the 16th annual contest. So yeah, it's been going on for quite some time. So stick around for Forsaken Fortress 3, which is a custom Super Mario World level. Welcome, dinosaur. Welcome. Little secret here. The secret feels very Paper Mario 64. Now we've actually played Super Mario RPG and Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga and Paper Mario 64 on the channel. And the next game in the Mario RPG series on the docket eventually is going to be the 1,000-Year Door. I want to give it a little bit of time though. I feel like it feels like a more of an autumn themed game to me. So you might play that in the autumn, in the fall. I'm having fun with this level, okay? Stop with the speed up nonsense. There we go. Oh, damn, interesting. Is it just gonna take me to the vanilla level? Oh. Well, that's annoying. One up, two up. Nah, no three up. I was hoping. Okay, we're gonna have to try that again from the top. Oh, what's up, Money Collector? Welcome in. We're playing games that contain alliteration or rhyming in the name. In fact, right now we're just doing a custom Super Mario World level called Forsaken Fortress 3 for the 2012 Vanilla Level Design Contest in Super Mario World Central. I guess as part of the forums, there was a community contest, and we played some Double Dragon 1, some Cobra Command on NES, and some Road Rash 2, so a bunch of alliteration today. There's also word-themed games, word puzzle games. Whoa. Yes. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Whoa. Yes. Okay, I got an idea. Oh, you finally got the cornfield and pointed in the right direction. I'm glad you got it working. Come up here, my Koopa friend. Come up here so I can use ya. Nope. Maybe I can use it here. It's cone. It's a good spot to practice a shell jump, but I suck at them. Oh, come on. I could have just respawned that. What a dumb old butt. A dumb old butt. This level's a dumb old butt. It's a dumb butt. This level is a dumb butt. There's a secret exit there. Do you remember that one? It was over here. Okay, we're gonna spin the wheel. So let's see what's next. Perfect song. Thank you. Next. Alright, we're spinning the wheel, and it's landing on game number 100. Let's see what game 100 is in our list of alliteration and rhyming themed games. Nice. Game 100 is Secret Scout in the Temple of Demise. It sounds like it is a little bit of a Indiana Jones inspired game. It's an unlicensed or bootleg / pirate NES game. Secret Scout in the Temple of Demise. Up next. Stick around. Okay, we're back with Secret Scout and the Temple of Demise. Looks like a 1991 unofficially licensed NES game. I think it's a 2D action-adventure game, so we'll dive in just a sec here. That transition. I tried so hard to make that a good transition. This is Secret Scout and Temple of Demise. Now this is our first Retro Roulette stream of the year. Ooh, I already don't know if I'm ready for this. It looks like we're Ness from Earthbound, and it's a beat 'em up. It's Ness if he was in River City Ransom. What's happening here? But yeah, this is the first Retro Roulette stream of the year, and the theme is games with alliteration or rhyming in the title. And hey, at least we're discovering stuff we've never played before, and stuff that I had growing up that I had totally forgot about. Oh, you do have to. It is a beat 'em up. The sound design has something to be desired, for sure. Oh, interesting. So you have to clear that and then you can keep going. Wow, Is this all they could fit on the ROM? Yes, it is. Hey, we got a burrito. Because that's a thing. Alright, we're gonna spin this wheel soon, if this music doesn't change. Oh, I just realized what we could have done. That was a cactus we might have been able to climb, who knows. Okay, this music sucks. This game sucks. We played some bootleg games that are actually fantastic. We were playing Final Fight on the NES. And Final Fight is normally an arcade Super Nintendo side-scrolling beat-em-up. But it was good. I also really liked RBI Baseball 2 and 3. Growing up, those are unlicensed as well. Whole bunch of games in that category, and some of them are super janky like this, and some of them are not. So let's do another wheel spin. Alright, we're spinning the wheel. We got over 850 games that all have alliteration or rhyming in the title. And it's landing on game number 593. 593. What's it gonna be? 593. What's it gonna be? It is Fuzzical Fighter. Fuzzical Fighter. It is a Japanese game, I think just on the original Famicom, but fan translated to English. So we'll give that a shot and see what it's all about. Fuzzical Fighter up next. Stick around. Another awful transition. I tried again. This is Fuzzical Fighter. Fan translated. Funny is a very strange world. You can go place to place instantly. Funny. And everyone here lives. Hell yeah, everyone lives. Oh, in peace. But bad luck came as sudden as the wind. Oh, look, it's me. I see the moon there. The Dimension Stone, which is used to protect Funny, was stolen. It's because they didn't have a Knuckles. They needed a Knuckles to protect the emerald, the stone. Everyone needs a Knuckles. The space around Funny has always been a little funny. Unstable. When the stone was lost, space around the warp towns were then twisted. Okay. Space around the warp towns. While in chaos, Mega Man, a young boy, was sent to find this stone. His name? Mega Man. Oh, it's an RPG. Excuse me. Mark, at last, you've come. Oh, hi, Mark. We need your help. You're our only hope, Mark. Use your physical fighter to find the dimensional stone. Here's 200 gold. Use it to buy equipment. There's a store here which sells useful items. Here's a power wing as well. Nice. A P-wing from Super Mario Bros. 3. We can just cheese through the level if we want. Return to the last place visited. Nice. You hold our fate in your hands. Please return peace to our land. I'll pray for you. 9290. Okay. The fate of Funny rests upon your shoulders. Let's do it. Yep, it's Mega Man. Mega Man Final Fantasy. Nice. How can I help you? Always remember to help or to keep some items with you. We've got the power wing. We can get the energy pack, the big pack, another power wing, power up, magic up, and fuzzy up. I think we want to get a little fuzzier for sure, especially for playing physical fighter, and it feels like the right call. You touch fuzzy, you get dizzy. Do we want to get more dizzy? Maybe we do. It's Saturday night. Who knows? Hey, those are fuzzy points. Or FP. Cool, so we can also afford one more thing. Let's go with magic up. Why not? Boom. Need help? You can buy a shot, a shield, 3-way beam shot, burst shot, reverse shot. The normal engine, the jet engine, the atomic engine. Cool. I like the idea that it's a little more, it's almost like Road Rash we were playing earlier. This is how I remember the PC version of Road Rash. The Genesis version just lets you buy different bikes, but I remember you buying like different sections of your, you know, different parts for your bike. There was different sets of different parts. Cool. Heal or warp you to a stage. Stage. What? Excuse me. Okay. It's an RPG shoot 'em up. Let's go. Looks like Fantasy Zone. The same character from Fantasy Zone almost. Which is also a shoot 'em up. And we got some slime frogs, we got a mushroom. Oh. Ooh. We've got Lich magic. Skeum magic. Skeum. It's the sound that the spell makes. Sure, why not? FM Faps D. I don't know if that's safe for work, but sure. We've FM Faps D'd. Oh. What kind of doofage is this? What? No. I pressed select and it took me back. Okay, Ghosts. I'm gonna give this one more shot. Then I'm gonna be right back. But we'll continue playing this. Unless someone wants to spin the wheel. Oh, ghosts and knives. Typical video game enemies. Excuse me. You dang ghost of a knife. You knife of a ghost. You earn gold for everyone that you take out. Not that much, but with all the things to unlock over there. It's pretty cool. Oh shoot. Have we entered the fantasy zone? It's a boss fight, it's a boss fight, it's a boss fight. Oh shoot, it's the Pink Reaper. just like in Vampire Survivors. Is there a pink one? About Spider-Man music. Sounds like the 90s Spider-Man TV show. Spider-Man. Spider-Man. No, my fuzzical fighter. Lord Mark. Oh, hi, Mark. We have 42 gold, though. Okay, before we continue on, which we definitely will, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's play a little bit more Fuzzical Fighter, but I want to just say hey to anyone that's just dropping in. We're playing a bunch of different alliteration and rhyming themed or titled retro games. Games from Atari 2600 to the N64 and PS1 era. We've got over 800 games in our roulette wheel today, and that's the theme for the wheel. And you can spin the wheel anytime you like to have us play a different game. This is an RPG shoot 'em up, which is a funny combination. I don't think I've seen too many of these. Oh. Ooh. It's like the frogs in Adventure Island. They're really tough. Now, if you're not a member of the Discord, I've been doing classic cartoon streams recently, and also streaming games like Vampire Survivors, which I've been super addicted to. I haven't played it for a little bit. And other indie games, dungeon crawlers. Dicey Dungeons, which we played the Halloween DLC of. We did an exclusive Halloween stream just in our Discord. Feel free to join. We do streams there all the time, and I might call this episode a little short because my partner and I are actually going to make dinner, and we're going to make pizza. We got a pizza stone recently, and yesterday made dough for the first time. And we did a couple pizzas, and now we have leftover dough, so we're going to make a couple more pizzas. Nothing wrong with more pizza. But if you're watching live on twitch.tv/3up_moon, thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Hope you're having a good Saturday, a good weekend so far. If you want to come hang out in the Discord, I'm going to be streaming some classic cartoons while we make pizza. Yeah, pizza time. My toe, my toe. Big Apple, 3 a.m. Prehistoric Turtlesaurus. So instead of Saturday morning cartoons, it'll be Saturday evening cartoons. There's always time for cartoons, in my opinion. I'm a huge fan of animation as an art form, and it's still pretty young, if you think about it. Oh, watch out. We earned a decent amount of gold here, though. That's right, it's a boss fight. It's the Pink Reaper. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, oh no, death by shoulder. Sitting on top of death's shoulder. Imagine, like those old classic cartoons, how someone would have like the devil image on their one shoulder and the angel image on their right shoulder, but it's usually them in like a one-piece devil suit or a one-piece angel suit with a harp. Imagine if the Grim Reaper was personified as a cartoon, and then you had a devil Grim Reaper and an angel Grim Reaper. Mind blown. Well, yeah, this was fun. I actually really enjoyed playing Double Dragon 1. showcasing that second 2-player mode was pretty cool, even though, not playing 2-player. Speaking of, though, I will be doing a Mario Golf 64 stream with my partner coming up soon, so keep an eye out for the Discord for that. And as always, I stream every single day from about 5 or 6 p.m. Pacific, doing a bit of a shorter one today. But I hope you have a good Saturday, and I will see you in the Discord very shortly for some classic cartoons. If you stick around, I will find someone to bring us to... We have not raided Walranium in a while. In a long time. Doing some retro stuff, let's do it. I will see you all there. I will see you in the Discord. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend. If you're watching on YouTube, take care. I will see you in the next part of the alliteration and rhyming themed retro roulette, which will be episode 7. Enjoy, and if you feel like checking out some of the other themes, feel free to browse the playlists. They're all there for you to check out on your own time. Peace.